Hi everybody, I thought I would make a tutorial on the easiest flat iron ways and how I do it on all my clients. And if you are a client, then you know that I hand over the flat iron and I let you try and figure it out with me there to guide you. If you're not a client, one of the services I offer is a one-on-one where you come in for your appointment, haircut or style, or we can do it after a color even. And I go with you step by step and teach you exactly how to do your own hair, how I would do it. So it's really fun. A lot of people say that they benefit from it. I do it for curling or braiding or any style you want to achieve that you struggle with doing for yourself at home. So with flat iron curls, I have pretty fine hair, so I usually just break it into two sections. My part is a little bit heavier on this side, so sometimes I take a third on that side. But I'm just about an inch above the ears, and I will usually take about an inch by inch section. We all know that we focus most on the front of the face. So when you're doing flat iron curls or any curls with a hot tool, you have to get it right the first time by your face. Don't redo it. So I always tell people that I hold the barrel up towards the air. I guess it wouldn't be the barrel, it'd be the bottom of it, but so the bottom of the flat iron up in the air. I start a couple inches down, close, grab the bottom of the flat iron, and you're pulling at the same time to get some tension on it, and then I stop at the bottom. I don't really go all the way through the bottom. I like the way that looks, but say it were too tight, I would just pull it down a little bit. One of the really nice things about flat iron waves is it can look undone. So if if they're all not perfect, that's okay. The first one I did away from the face, so I pulled it down and back. This one I'm gonna do towards the face. I'm gonna twist it forward, pull it down. See how I have a little bit ends left? Just run right through that really quick to smooth it, and then yank on it a little bit. You don't want to touch it too much because you want it to cool. And then the back of the hair can be a little bit tricky, so let's just do the front first. This one I'm going to do away from my face. So in order to do it away from my face, I'm going to come over it, twist it backwards away from my face, and pull it down. And I go really quickly over the ends because, especially without a trim these days, my ends are a little fragile. So I haven't been using heat on my hair except for when I'm making videos and stuff like this, or I just use my Revlon blow dry brush to get some curls out real quick. So this one again, this one is gonna be forward. So I'm gonna start there, turn forward, and pull down. A lot of people I tell too, it's like the same as a ribbon with scissors. So this one will go backwards. Gonna hit this frizz here a little. There, smooth that out. And then so for the back, let's pull it forward, cut it directly in the middle. You can move your first couple pieces out of the way forward. And then I'll take all of this, I'm gonna comb it out, pull it out. Let's just start up higher, twist and pull. And if you have a bigger section of hair, you can go a little bit slower, and that way the heat will penetrate it a little bit better. When you're taking really thin sections, you want to go quick because the heat is working fast. You don't need it to sit on there all like that. Just cause extra damage. I hear all the time people say, I just don't understand why the front of my hair doesn't grow or it's more damaged. It's because that's what we see. That's what we're hitting all the time with our hot tools. We're pulling it up, we're pulling it back away from our face, so it's susceptible to more damage. Okay, now that we have the first section done, we're gonna drop the top section, and then we'll do the same thing by starting in the front, grabbing about inch by inch section. Depending on how high you want to see the curl is how high you're going to want to start with the flat iron. Especially on the side that I have less hair from my part, I like to achieve more volume. So I'm going to start higher to the scalp. And I'm going to lift it up as I'm twisting it. And then pull it out. That's perfect. I'm pretty impressed with my front waves today because I hold myself to the same standards when I say don't go over it again. If you see me with my hair clipped up, it's usually because I didn't perfect my front pieces. So let's see, grab the next one. I mean, these are pretty big sections. I like my wave really loose. So I'm gonna pull it through. Perfecto. Over to the bangs. Let's make sure we get these right. Usually I do these different. I come in underneath of them and twist them back, and that will help give you a little bit of framing around your face and make sure that it doesn't have too much volume and sit up off your face. I prefer to have mine kind of come over my face, and by curling it this way, it persuades it to lay that direction. So we're gonna come up under, curl away from the face, drop it out, and cool it down. And that way you just have a very nice, soft face framing there without too much bounce. The piece behind it, I do the opposite. I come in, and I twist it back, cool it down. And then when they're brushed together, it looks a lot better. So then you already have the whole front done on that side. Just have to grab the hair from behind. All right, now that I have the waves in, I usually always come back in with number 7 because you can tell it's just a little, needs taming. This side looks a little bit better. So I'm gonna try to combat this frizz over here with a little bit of number 7 when it's dry. I'm gonna do a couple drops. Boom, much better. Okay. And then one thing I always do as soon as my hair is freshly styled is I always go in with dry shampoo. A lot of people don't use dry shampoo until their hair is so greasy they can't even separate it. So this helps that as your hair gets greasy through your blowout, which should last you about 3 or 4 days, it absorbs so it won't lose the lift. I always do a couple sections around the face just by lifting it up, taking about 6 to 8 inches away in short bursts. You just take your hair, comb back over. I personally like to use Moroccan dry shampoo. I find that for my hair, it helps me go the longest period of time in between washes. I always lift up right above the bangs, spray in there, and you can see there's a little bit of the white residue, but once we rub it in, you can't even see it. And who are we kidding? We're not leaving the house today, so it doesn't really matter. This is all to help your hair be extended through washes.